what they don't teach you in school, but is an absolute skill set to master. When we go to school, we are taught how to read and how to write at a very young age, right? When we go in to get a physical at the doctor's, right? They're checking all the parts and pieces, making sure everything's functioning the way that it's supposed to. And then they stick this little thing in your ear, right? And they say, give me, raise your hand, raise your finger when you hear the beep. Beep, beep. All right, my youngest son actually failed it when the nurse came in to do his physical. And then when the doctor came in and redid it, she found he had a bunch of earwax in his ear, cleaned it out, and he passed his hearing test. All right, we are never taught how to listen. Everything is about hearing. That hearing test is only to test the functionality of our eardrum to make sure it's functioning the way it was designed. That's it. All right? When we get older and we age and we start to not to be able to hear things or hear people, right? What do they provide us? They provide us with a listening aid? No. They provide us with a hearing aid, because that's all we're concerned about, is to hear things. We are never taught the skill set of listening, active listening. When you're in a conversation, next time you're in a conversation, I want you to pay attention to how your brain's working. Your brain is automatically working to respond. You're thinking of what you can say. You're thinking of stories that you've dealt with on how you can try to connect with them by giving them your input, your opinion, your story. All right? Now, if you've been on the receiving end of that and you leave that conversation, you're probably feeling pretty deflated because you didn't get anything out of it, right? Now, on the flip side, have you ever been in a conversation that you leave and you're like, man, that's the best conversation I've ever had. Like, I really like that person. Wow, I feel great. My guess is that they were an active participant in active listening. All right? The skill set is active listening, truly engaging on a interpersonal level with that other person. You are talking to that other person not to respond, but to connect. You're asking open-ended discovery questions because you are truly interested in that other person. You truly want to know what they're going through. So there are conversations that I'm actively listening that I might say 10 words, but it's the best conversation I've ever had because I've learned so much from that other person, and that other person got to get whatever else was off of their mind, whatever else is on there, right? Now, the hearing part, when we hear what they're saying, that's our eardrum, right? But when we listen to connect and not respond, we actually activate a part of the brain called the Wernicke's area of the brain, all right? And that allows comprehension of the spoken language. That's the difference. That's the difference right there. Our eardrum is for hearing, for sounds. It's not to comprehend what the other person is saying. Right now, and what everybody is going through, everyone's going through shit. Everyone, including me, right? Kids are homeschooling, they're remote, work is dead, the bars are closing at 9 o'clock, whatever it is. It's the election, whatever it is. Everybody is going through something right now. I don't care if you're a billionaire or you're the poorest person on the street. Everybody's going through something and everybody has something to say. The skill set is active listening, truly listening to what other people are saying and engaging yourself in that conversation to connect and not to respond. That's the difference. Open up. Don't close your arms and shut them off. Open up physically and mentally. Engage in that conversation.